Shocking. A Las Vegas man just released the clearest footage of the entity that landed, and this footage has caused an uproar of the residents in the city and even those outside. On May 1st, investigators from the Las Vegas Police Department investigated allegations that two unexplained objects had supposedly fallen from the sky. Almost immediately after this occurred, a family placed a call to the authorities and reported that they had seen something in their backyard that they characterized as being non-human. The footage from the officer's body camera shows that on the evening of April 30th, the officer went to a property to speak with a family who had reported seeing the sighting. One of the members of the household claimed that they had seen a large creature that was between 8 and 10 feet in height and was nearly as long as it was tall. The law enforcement officer informed the family that he was examining their allegations, as a fellow officer had spotted an object in the sky that fit the family's description around 8 minutes before. The law enforcement officer said that the thing in the sky matched the family's description exactly. The officer revealed in an open and honest manner that one of their fellow officers had also reported witnessing an unexplained object fall from the sky, which sparked the officers and the other officers' interests. At this time, hundreds more images that purport to reveal the enigmatic beings have been uploaded on the internet. As of right now, a number of local people have come out with their very own tales, lending credence to the assertions that two unexplained creatures were spotted dashing through the neighborhood. Some of the locals have come forward and stated that the creature didn't appear human, and some have even described them as having the power to go invisible. This is where things take an odd turn, which is odd in itself, as some of the locals have come out and stated that the monster didn't appear human. Now, a man who does not wish to reveal his identity has claimed that he managed to catch one of the monsters that was roaming through his property. He claimed that he had heard noises emanating from the exterior of the building, and as a result, he proceeded to investigate. When he looked out his window, he saw a gigantic 8-foot-tall creature staring directly at him. It was staring at him directly. He was able to get a lot closer look at the monster, which he described as having olive green skin and two enormous black eyes. As his porch light turned on and provided him with a much better illumination, he stated that he was able to snap 5 images, but that he believed this particular one to be the most successful. He claimed that if the outside light hadn't turned on by itself, there's a good chance that he wouldn't have been able to see it. And that's probably the case. The man increased the brightness of the photograph and added that you can see the thin skin of the creature along with its head and its enormous black eyes if you look closely. This is just the most recent piece of information to emerge from this unexplained occurrence, and it would appear that with each passing day an increasing number of data are being disclosed. Other locals have come forward and stated that they saw something weird crash to the ground, while others have stated that several days prior to this event, a massive silent craft was seen flying over the area. These statements have been made by people who have come forward. The statements have been validated by the Metropolitan Police Department of Las Vegas. The audio recordings that were obtained directly from the police reveal that a man claimed to see a humanoid standing next to the device that was 8 feet tall, while another figure with enormous eyes remained inside of it. The officer was the one who took the audio recordings. Those who observed the object before it crashed into the ground reported that it appeared to defy the rules of physics, as it moved with a smoothness and precision that beyond that of any aircraft that was currently in existence. As it got closer to the Earth, people in the neighborhood started to come out of their homes and ask each other what they thought this item could have been. Since these stories have been made public, there has been a great deal of conjecture among individuals who live in the area. The theories that have been proposed range from a top-secret military experiment that went awry to an advanced craft from another world. Strangely enough, ever since some of the specifics have been divulged, residents of the neighborhood have been voicing their opinion that this was not a typical occurrence. This has brought about this conclusion. The debris contained components that had never been seen before, and the identities of the two gigantic animals that were observed still remain a mystery. There has been a lot of talk about unexplained aircrafts recently, and the finding of a crashed, unidentified object within the borders of the United States would surely be a pivotal moment in the annals of human history if it were to occur. The repercussions of such an occurrence would be far-reaching, having an impact not just on the scientific community, but also on the fields of technology, geopolitics, and even the social fabric itself. In the first place, the immediate response would most certainly involve a flurry of activity from different branches of the United States government, as well as its intelligence organizations. A group of specialists comprising scientists, engineers, and military personnel would be dispatched to the crash site after it was secured, and they would study the wreckage of the aircraft. This group would put in a lot of effort to analyze the artifacts of technology and materials that were retrieved from the crash site, as well as any possible biological or extraterrestrial artifacts. The scientific community would be looking forward to the results of this unusual event with great anticipation. Since the beginning of time, the concept of unexplained aircrafts and sophisticated life has been the focus of both intrigue and conjecture. There are a number of hypotheses and assertions that suggest the United States government is in possession of proof of advanced contacts and unexplained aircraft, but that they are attempting to keep this knowledge from the general public. The protection of national security is one of the key motivations for them to withhold this information. If the government has proof that ancient civilizations were encountered, or that they had access to superior technology, they may be concerned that sharing this information could put the country's national security interests at risk. If the superior technology and capabilities of advanced beings were to fall into the wrong hands, or if other nations were to acquire access to it, then it could constitute a threat to humanity. For this reason, the government can decide to keep such knowledge secret in order to preserve the strategic advantage that the country currently enjoys. The revelation of previously unknown aircrafts and advanced life forms could have significant repercussions for modern society. It is possible that it could question deeply ingrained philosophical and religious ideas, which will in turn cause upheaval and confusion among the population. There is a possibility that governments have the worry that such exposes could lead to social upheaval, the erosion of public trust in institutions, and the destabilization of established societal norms. It's possible that the administration will decide to suppress certain information in order to prevent potential unrest and preserve the status quo. The acquisition of cutting-edge technology could confer a considerable competitive advantage in a variety of contexts, such as the military, the energy industry, and the communication sector. If the government has been successful in reverse engineering this technology or in harnessing its potential, it is possible that it will seek to keep this knowledge secret in order to preserve its position of scientific dominance over other nations. It's possible that the government is covering up proof of advanced life and mystery aircraft because they're afraid of losing their current edge. It is probable that the government does not have a complete understanding of these aircrafts, which is something that should not be assumed. It is possible that the phenomenon will bring obstacles that are beyond the scope of the scientific understanding and technological capabilities that are currently available. In circumstances like these, the government can decide it is in their best interest to keep the material secret until it can be properly analyzed and comprehended. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on post notification to be notified on the next post. It is possible that the choice to withhold evidence was motivated by the fear of providing information that was inaccurate or inadequate. The dissemination of this material has the potential to incite widespread anxiety and concern among members of the general public. It's possible that a feeling of insecurity and precariousness could be triggered by the unknown and foreign nature of advanced beings. There is a possibility that governments are worried that mass hysteria and irrational behavior could result, which would result in social instability. It is possible that they will make the decision to conceal such information in an effort to keep the public calm and prevent a breakdown in order. It's possible that the dissemination of this information will have important repercussions for the economy. When confronted with sophisticated technology, businesses and industries that continue to rely on outdated methods of production and resources run the risk of experiencing disruption or becoming obsolete. It's possible that the government is trying to keep evidence hidden so that they can safeguard vested interests and avoid economic disruption. Scientists just discovered what seems to be a strange being in. Could this be an alien? Click on the next post to find out.